Okay, so we're going to take a little closer look at this tool block that Craig Campbell sent over. And let me get his sample tool out of there. And I've narrowed it all down. I've already done put some marks on it. There's so many angles on this thing. And it's a 3-point grind. So you grind on this surface, and this surface. And these are the ones that are going down to against the magnetic plate. And I've already done a test grind here. So this is what you're going to end up with. You're going to get a relief cut first, which is essentially parallel. The tool sits parallel with the plate, but it's tilted back to create a relief there. Then you flip the tool, and you've got two reliefs here. And top down, you end up with 60 degrees, but your 30 degrees is already parallel with the form of the tool. So this is for threading up to a shoulder. If you had, I don't have anything round. Oh, okay, here, we'll use a collet. Well, this is actually a pretty good one. If I got a big pot collet here. If we were threading along this line, we'd be coming over like this, and this is creating clearance on the side, and we're able to thread all the way up tight to a shoulder. So that's what this particular tool grinding fixture will accomplish. And this third grind is optional. You know what I'll do is I'll take it over and grind 1, 2, and then I'll leave this alone. Then I'll bring it back over here and show you what it looks like, and then we'll grind that third one and create that clearance. That clearance is just to give you a little bit of extra space to come over and miss your shoulder when you're threading. Okay, so let's load a tool in it and take it over to the surface grinder and start making some sparks. So we've got Mr. IL Gophers set up. Here's my test grind here, and he wanted a 60-degree thread offset, so I was going to grind one of these for him on the opposite side over here. So he'll have a 60-degree threading tool with his standard offset, but then we're going to do this special offset where you can roll it over at 30 degrees and run it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this in the holder and get it over to the surface grinder and let her rip. Okay, so we're going to work on side 1, which is right here. And all this one's going to do is just knock a little relief in the side right here. And we're just going to take this out up to that factory edge. And I'm just going to put it 90 degrees to the table here, or adjacent to the magnet. And that's not a whole lot of real estate, so I'm going to actually just kind of back it up. Some 1, 2, 3s here, just to kind of keep it from wiggling around on me. And I'll move you guys up just a little bit. I think you can probably see in there still. I got you in real tight. And make sure you guys aren't going to hit anything when I move back and forth. No, you should be good. Alright. Let's start bringing our tool down. And we're just going to do a plunge cut with coolant running just to keep the high-speed steel cool. You're not taking a heck of a lot off. Okay, we got a touch off there. A little coolant going here. Not much left to go. Okay, we're out to the edge. Oh yeah, it's sharp. I think I could use just a tad more. I'm going to go ahead and give it another about 1,000th or so. I see one little line there. Okay, better. Let me kill this magnet. Get these guys out of here. And we'll show you what we got so far. So that's all we've done so far. Is we just created a relief right there. The rest of the tool's still very square. All right, so that's side one. Let's flip it over, and we're going to go to side two, and that's this guy right here. Now this one, I have very little real estate for the magnet, so this one definitely needs to be backed up. But whoever built this tool was very conscious about that, because when you put it down at this surface here, you've got a 90-degree surface here, and you've got a 90-degree surface here, and I'll show you what that's going to get used for. I'm going to back it up with a tool block, or with a 1, 2, 3 here. We're going to back it up with a 1, 2, 3 here. So this tool was very well thought out for grinding this angle, because if I put this on the magnet with just that, I got no holding power. That little sucker is going to slip. So whoever thought this up did a wonderful job. So I'm just going to back this tool up just like this. I'm going to bring it out here and kind of parallel it up with the front edge. I'm going to mag down, and now I'm going to move you guys a little bit so you can see. How's that? About there. Now you can see what I'm doing up here. Okay, let's get this thing up. And this is the number 2 grind. The number 3 grind is optional. The number 2 is going to create our 60-degree point, but it's not going to create any relief for a shoulder. But let's get it over there and get the 60-degree in it, and then we can do a side-by-side comparison with the relief. Maybe I better move you guys just a tad. About there. All right. I think we're all clear. Ready to start coming down. Crunch. Yeah, I think we're there. Yep, we're there. A little coolant. Okay. You can kind of see what we did there. Let me get it off mag and we'll take a good look at it. I'm going to compare it to the other one before we make the third grind. We'll compare it with the relief and without the relief. I do believe that third relief is optional. So let's take it over to the surface plate. And, okay, before I make the third grind, I wanted to show you what it looks like. Here's your tool here, and we are ground at 60 degrees. But we haven't added that last relief in there. This is just shoulder relief. But you've got a true 60-degree angle here, and we've got back relief here and here. So the tool sits in, you put it 30 degrees from the work, and you can thread up with your tool post over to a shoulder. But I'm going to go ahead and put this relief into Mr. Gopher's tool here, and we'll go from there. Alrighty. Okay, I'm back over at the surface grinder. Now, just to recap, we've done this surface where we dropped it down here, created that small back relief. So this was surface 1. We flipped it and put it on this here to create the 60 degrees. So this little guy here was number 2. And now we're going to just kind of lob that corner off like that. And this is going to be number 3. So it's 1, 2, and 3 to grind. Now all the other ones with X's are non-working surfaces. So let's set this down on 3. And this is just kind of a by feel thing. I think you just kind of grind it down until you think you've got enough thread left, or threading tool left there. And this is, yeah, this is 90 degrees. So this is, we'll go ahead and block it in anyways, just for safety's sake. Yeah, let's do a little quick touch off here. Car wrench. All right, here we go. Okay. There's your final profile. Out here from here to here is your actual cutting surface. So this is your actual thread cutter. This is just clearance, and we have tool clearance on both sides. So let's give it a quick hone, throw it in the lathe, and see how it does. Let's go cut a imaginary thread. we're calling that 60 degrees, 30, whatever. And let's make sure we can get, make sure our thread's gonna fall off the shoulder before we run into the side. Wow, that's close. Yeah, we got enough room. Well, you know what I just thought of? If that tool's ground accurately, we can use a face surface to line up the tool. Let's try that and look at it again with the fishtail. So let me loosen the tool post here, and I'm just going to run it right into the face. This would be kind of a self-aligning tool post rig here, wouldn't it? Okay, I'm firmly seated against that face now. And I'm going to snug up my tool post here. Okay, pretty neat. Let's check it again with the fishtail and see if there's anything that jumps out at us. There's got to be a better way to do this. All right, we're looking good. That looks like a parallel slot to me. I'm going to move straight in. And it should just disappear all at once. Boom, gone. All right, pretty happy there. So that even this back relief is highly accurate on that tool grinder. So you can use this to line up your work to the shoulder and to get yourself an accurate 60-degree thread. So pretty awesome. All right, I got to get a threading dial on and get set up to do this, and I'll bring you back for that. Okay, I think we're ready. Tool set. We use this as a reference surface, which was amazingly accurate with the 60-degree point. So that little tool block is awesome for even using that as a point of reference. So let's get a little lube on, and this is just an imaginary thread. This really doesn't have any meaning or anything like that. I am going to just lightly touch off here and set my dials, and then we'll get to threading. Okay, sorry, my telephone decided to start ringing. I'm old and slow, so I'm going to slow it down a little bit so I got my reaction time. We're going to get our half nut ready. We're doing an odd thread. We're doing a 13 pitch thread. I'm just lifting a touch here and make a scratch. There it is. Let me get a dial set here. Okay. We're just barely going to be scratching this time around. Now look at that, right up to the shoulder. Pretty cool. Pretty good. Oh, I missed my number. Don't you hate having to wait for it to come all the way back around again? There it is. So it's getting close to the end of our imaginary thread. Missed my number again. I try to run the machine at an optimum speed so I got time to oil, re-zero my dials, do my in-feeds, and do everything I got to do and not miss my numbers, but got to run it a little fast. Alright, I think that's full thread depth. Tool's still in good shape. That's a demo of the tool going up to a shoulder. Tool held up good. Nice little block. Really like that. Okay, so the results on the lathe were good. This is the tool we just used. If you look down the barrel of that profile there. And this is the one we ground for Mr. IL Gopher. Mine's got a little more relief on the side, which enabled me to get up to that shoulder pretty darn tight, which is always nerve-wracking. But I did like the fact that this flat right here allowed you to index up against your shoulder, and your 60 degrees just came out perfect. I'm going to go ahead and grind the other one down to match, and we can get this back to IL Gopher 2. And I'd like to thank Mr. Craig Campbell for sending this out. There's my grinds, 1, 2, and 3, so I wouldn't forget. And the X's were actually nothing. But this is a very well designed tool. And what Craig has done, he said when he gets it back, he's going to go ahead and 3D model this, and probably get a file to me that I can upload to Dropbox and make it available to everybody. Craig, I sure appreciate you sending this over and letting us play with it. And I did grind myself a tool while I was here, and I got another one going to Mr. IL Gopher, so I'm sure he thanks you too. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed that. I sure did.